Once upon a time, in a quiet village nestled between rolling hills and a whispering forest, there lived a young boy named Eli Dight. Eli was unlike the other children in the village. He was curious, always asking questions no one could answer, and he had a strange habit of staring at the stars for hours as if they were whispering secrets to him. His parents loved him dearly, but they worried about his endless curiosity. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, Eli wandered farther into the forest than he ever had before. The trees grew taller, their branches twisting like ancient fingers, and the air grew thick with the scent of moss and earth. He wasn't afraid. The forest felt alive, as if it had been waiting for him. Deep among the trees, Eli found a clearing bathed in silver moonlight. At its center stood a figure cloaked in shadow, tall and still. Eli's heart pounded, but he did not run. The figure turned, revealing not a face, but a mask, smooth and white, with hollow eyes that seemed to look right through him. "I have been expecting you," the figure said, its voice like dry leaves rustling in the wind. "Who are you?" Eli asked. "I am the keeper of the threshold," the figure replied. "I stand between life and what lies beyond. Few ever see me, but you have always been different." Eli felt a chill run down his spine, but he stood his ground. "What do you want from me?" The keeper extended a skeletal hand. "To show you the truth, the first death is never the end. It is only the beginning." Before Eli could ask what that meant, the world around him dissolved into darkness. He felt himself falling, tumbling through empty space until he landed softly on a path made of starlight. It stretched endlessly before him, twisting through vast, unfamiliar landscapes. The sky above was not the sky he knew. It pulsed with colors he had never seen, swirling like liquid fire. "Where am I?" Eli whispered. "You are in the in-between," the keeper's voice echoed. "The place souls pass through when they leave one world and enter another." He walked the starlit path, passing shadows that flickered like candle flames. Some were faint, barely there. Others glowed brightly, pulsing with life. "Are these ghosts?" he asked. "They are echoes," the keeper said. "Memories of those who have crossed over. Some linger, some move on, but none truly disappear." As he walked, Eli began to recognize faces among the shadows. An old woman who had once given him sweets in the village. A blacksmith who had taught him how to carve wood. Even his grandfather, who had passed when Eli was very young. "Grandfather?" Eli called out. The shadow of his grandfather turned, eyes softening with recognition. "Eli," he murmured. "You shouldn't be here. I don't understand," Eli said. "Is this death?" His grandfather shook his head. "Death is not what you think. It is not an end." The keeper stepped forward. "Everything that lives must one day pass through that door. But what lies beyond is not oblivion. It is transformation." Eli looked around at the sea of shadows, each one a story, a life that had once been. "Then why do people fear it?" "Because they do not remember," the keeper said. "They forget that they have crossed this threshold many times before." Eli frowned. "Before?" The keeper's mask tilted slightly. "You have lived many lives, Eli, in many worlds, in many forms. The first death was never your end. It was only your first step." A rush of images flooded Eli's mind. Faces, places, voices he had never known, yet somehow remembered. A warrior in a forgotten kingdom. A healer in a city of ruins. A traveler standing at the edge of the world. "I remember," Eli breathed. The keeper nodded. "Most souls forget when they are born again. But you have always been different. You have always carried pieces of the past with you." Eli's grandfather placed a hand on his shoulder. "It is not your time yet, Eli. You must go back. "But I don't want to leave you," Eli said. His grandfather smiled. "You are never truly gone from us, and we are never truly gone from you." The keeper raised a hand, and the starlit path began to fade. "Remember this, Eli. The first death is not the end. It is a beginning." Darkness swallowed him once more. Eli gasped, awake in his bed, drenched in sweat. Morning light streamed through the window. His mother rushed in, eyes wide with worry. "Eli, you slept so long. We thought something was wrong." Eli sat up, his mind still spinning with the memories of the in-between. He looked at his mother, then out the window at the rising sun. "I had a strange dream," he said softly. She brushed his hair from his forehead. "Just a dream, my love." But Eli knew better. From that day on, he no longer feared the stories of ghosts or the whispers of death in the village. When the elders spoke of the afterlife with trembling voices, Eli would simply smile and gaze at the stars, because he knew the secret now. The first death was not the end. It was only the beginning. And one day, when his time came, he would walk the starlit path again, not as a stranger, but as someone coming home.